Hey guys, welcome back to Dwell Big. Today I want to kind of run you guys through our journey here at this house in trying to find a reasonable solution for heating and cooling this two-story home. When we built this, we were young, dumb, and didn't have kids to consider at the time. And, we really thought that a modern two-story house was not going to have the problems with heating and cooling that maybe some older ones had. We thought for sure that insulation standards and just building standards across the board would ensure that trying to upsell us on the second separate upstairs unit was just that, just trying to upsell us on that. And we pretty quickly realized that we did certainly need to do something to address it. And the problem with trying to retrofit anything is it is going to cost a lot more to do it later than it would have to have just done it all up front. And it was just not a cost that we could still particularly accept. So we kind of started going down the trail of what can we do to mitigate this temperature difference? What can we do to maybe not spend the upwards of $10,000 to put in a mini split system or a whole actual separate system, and kind of started running down through some different options and testing a few things out. The first of which on that trail of testing was what is called a register booster or a vent booster from a company called AC Infinity. And we first tried putting this in our son's room, and upstairs we have 3 bedrooms, and this is actually a master down floor plan. So our master bedroom is on the first floor, and then there's 3 bedrooms upstairs. And 2 of which, including one that is our son's room, then and currently, is a identical mirror image to another room. So when we put that AC Infinity vent in that room, we were able to scientifically look at the temperature differences between room 1 and room 2 and tell that the AC Infinity register booster was actually making a pretty significant difference. On the extreme swings, those upstairs bedrooms could possibly be upwards of 10 degrees different than the first floor and what the thermostat was directing the whole home or the first floor to be at. And on some of the hot summer days, if it was 70 degrees on this main level, those upstairs bedrooms could easily reach 80 degrees. Which is certainly not good for living conditions up there, for sleeping conditions up there. So we really had to do something about it. Now, putting the AC Infinity register booster in one room really made anywhere from a 3 to 4 to 5 degree difference between the 2 rooms. It was actually very impressive. I was kind of skeptical. I bought it just to test it, just to try it. And I was like, surely these little computer fans and this register are not really going to do much, but they did really make a difference between the 2 rooms. It was still not nearly enough to kind of bridge that gap and bring that room to the same temperatures as this main level, but it really did make a substantial impact, but it wasn't enough. So then we kind of moved into phase 2. It's like, well, is there something better than that? Or is there maybe some additional things we can add to this solution? And what I really came up with, we had kind of went through some zoning options, trying to see if we could maybe put some inline boosters or do some different zoning things with our ductwork to kind of funnel or push some additional air upstairs and maybe throttle some of the air that's going downstairs to balance everything out. And there was just the way our ductwork was designed in this house, there's just not a good solution for that. So after doing a lot of research, I came up with a solution from Nest behind us that, for all intents and purposes, is a very cheap solution. And when paired with using the AC Infinity register booster, it puts us into a place of being content with this solution. Is it perfect? No. Does it keep all of the degrees all the way around the house exactly in sync with each other? No. But it makes it close enough. And about $300 for this and maybe $50 for that register booster maybe about a $350 solution, it is very, very, very good. And spending the $10,000 for the separate system is only going to be marginally better and not worth that extra money to us and effort and hassle. So the way this system works is, I'm not going to go through Nest and review everything there is to do with Nest, but what Nest has to offer that really helped us in this very unique situation is offering temperature sensors that you can place throughout the house, the remote temperature sensors. You can have, I believe, up to 2 of those temperature sensors, which I'm currently using, one of which is upstairs in our son's bedroom. It's located at a good height by the door, which is far away from the vent, and the other one we have in the basement. And the one in the basement is mostly just to monitor, but what you can do is through the app or through the thermostat, you can tell Nest to adhere to that particular temperature sensor. So maybe if I know we're going to be hanging out in the basement for the night, we've got a finished basement, and it does run quite a bit cooler than the rest of the house. If I know we're going to be down there, I can get on the app and say, switch to basement, and it's going to set the basement to 68, 70, whatever temperature I want it to be, and that's going to run the course, for the duration of the night until I switch it back. But the use case for my son's room is through the scheduler. So there's a way to basically schedule those temperature sensors. And, on the night setting, which is I think 9 p.m. to 7 a.m., I'm dictating it to use his room's temperature sensor, which means it will stay at 70 degrees for the duration of the night. Now, what has been very interesting about this, and I didn't know going into it, it was all still a test, still kind of feeling everything out, is, there was still a pretty substantial temperature difference that the AC Infinity register booster left by itself. So again, on a hot summer day, it might be 80 degrees in that upstairs bedroom while the main floor is staying at 70 degrees. So the big question is, would setting that sensor to the upstairs bedroom, would it really overcool or overheat this main floor? If we still have a 5 degree plus difference to span, does that translate to 5 degrees extra down here on this main level? And the reality is it does not. That extra little bit running the system, it may run this main level up a degree or two, but that is it. So to get that upstairs bedroom to 70 degrees, whether it's cooling or heating, either direction, at best, it only bumps this downstairs level a degree or two, which I think is perfectly acceptable. And, the way everything's designed, especially with having master down, now this would be an even easier solution if it was a master up. If all of your upstairs living or your sleeping quarters were on the upstairs level, then you could easily say, okay, dictate the upstairs to be 70 at night, and we don't care what the downstairs gets to. This isn't going to overtax your main system. It's not going to hurt anything. And again, we got a perfectly acceptable solution out of the 2 of these combined by just simply buying that register vent. And the way that thing works is actually pretty cool. So it has its own thermostat built into it. And you're able to set like high-low points where the fans actually kick on. You got all kinds of settings as to how aggressively and quickly the fans can kick on and how much air it can really move through, and silent settings. And there's a lot of different settings within that, but it really does a good job. It knows, so it's not running all the time. It knows when the air starts flowing through it. And the thermostat's a little bit weird because it's not the temperature of the room, it's the temperature of your actual ductwork. So you're really setting, like when it's cold, you're setting really low temperatures. When you're running heat, you're setting really high temperatures on that thermostat. So what that does is it allows it to know when your HVAC is actually working. So if it's cooling, then it's going to kick your fans on. If it's heating or warming, it's going to kick your fans on. And then if you're anywhere in between, it's going to know the system's not running, therefore, stay shut off. So you don't have to have any wireless connectivity that way. It is doing all of its logic and operation just through looking at those temperatures. So that's pretty cool in my book. And that means you can take it and put it in any register, anywhere. It doesn't matter what thermostat you have. It doesn't matter what system you have. As long as it fits in your register vent, and you have a plug-in nearby, then it's going to definitely work and boost that air into some of those areas of your home. It doesn't even have to be just the upstairs. If you've got maybe your master, or maybe you've got a bathroom someplace that's a little cold, or you've got it doesn't matter what it is, you can boost a little bit of air into that room using that, and really kind of just help balance and get everything on a little bit better equilibrium that way. And it's held up well now. I've been using that register vent for probably 2 years now, and the Nest solution for well over a year now, and haven't had a bit of problem out of any of it. And again, it is near perfect. Not perfect, but near perfect. It is keeping all of the temperatures very, very, very close by using that zoning, by using those temperature sensors, and a couple other small features. Nest kind of does this as well, but the thermostat does this too, where even once the furnace has actually kicked off, it'll keep blowing and circulating air through the system. And that little bit extra can really just help that little bit of temperature difference, or really just kind of balance out the entire house. So that part of it's been, I think, extremely helpful. But it's just, I hope you guys gained something of value for this, and I hope that it is, will benefit maybe somebody dealing with something similar. I'm not going to tell you that this is a one-for-one replacement for the actual real deal, mini splits, or an actual full separated HVAC system for your upstairs, but I do think it will help people in a similar situation get to a point where it's livable, it's comfortable, it is certainly good enough. As always, dwell big wherever you are. Thank you guys.